Book 5, page 42. Up, up, and away. Two young pilots fly around the world. Dan Dominguez and Chris Wall had a dream. They wanted to be the youngest pilots to fly around the world. Dan and Chris both grew up in El Paso, Texas, and are both 22 years old. A few years ago, they learned how to fly planes. Soon after, they had an idea to fly around the world together. A few years later, they bought a small plane. Companies gave Chris and Dan money to help them take their trip. Their plane was about to take off around the world. Dan and Chris flew over 5 continents. What was the best part of their trip? Sharing it with kids. Many classes followed their flight on the internet. We got emails every day, says Wall. The pilots visited 18 countries. Their favorite stop was in India. That's because they talked to 1,000 students there. Dan and Chris became the youngest pilots to circle the earth. But their trip isn't over. They want to tell their story to schools around the country. They want kids to know that dreams come true with hard work. The bottom part. Legends of the Air. In 1927, at age 25, Charles Lindbergh flew from New York to Paris, France. He was the first to do this non-stop and alone. In 1936, Beryl Markham became the first person to fly alone across the Atlantic, from east to west. She was 34 years old. Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier at age 24 on October 14, 1947. He was the first person to travel more than 600 miles an hour.